Hi, my name is Chevy, and I want to present here a research project that I did a few years ago during my bachelor's degree by Chevy. Road ecology is an important field, developing more and more over the years since roads are increasingly widespread. For example, in 1996, there were 13 million kilometers of roads in the USA, with an average width of 3.6 meters. These roads, which in 2003 covered 1% of the USA, in fact affect a much larger surrounding area. For example, roads affect the water system. They affect the water quality when chemicals and heavy metals are transported from the roads into the water system. Road crossings alter shorelines and streams and can act as barriers for fish movement and migration. By stressing natural species and by allowing a faster movement by human vectors, there's a higher dispersal of invading species. Noise and light affect animal behavior like courtship behavior and foraging behavior. Vehicles produce pollution which affects the atmosphere. Few, if any, animals are immune to vehicle collisions and mortality due to road kills. And perhaps the most costly effect is the landscape change and fragmentation. And these, of course, only a few of the ways roads affect our environment. When focusing only on road kills, and these are again just a few of the numbers in the literature, there are 7 million birds killed by road collisions in Bulgaria every year. In the USA, an estimated 1 million vertebrates per day. In 1980, there were 200,000 deer kills in the USA. By 1991, 500,000. And these numbers just get higher with the construction of roads. In Australia, on a highway, 3 kangaroos for each 100 meters of road per day. Road kills are the primary cause of death for moose in Kenai in Alaska, for barn owls in the UK, the second highest cause of death for the Iberian lynx in Spain. And these numbers are sometimes higher than the birth rate estimates, which can cause a decline and even extinction of populations. And so I focused on the road kills of the wild ass in the Negev in Israel. My research goals were to identify causes that might attribute to the road kills and to consider possible interventions in order to reduce these road kills. The Asiatic wild ass is a medium-sized quid. Males are larger than females. The females become sexually mature at the age of 2, and the breeding season is usually between May and July. They graze on a large range of plants and need to be in close range to water, especially during the breeding season where nursing females need a drink every day. They are polygynous. The males hold territories and those without territories wander around in bachelor herds. The females wander between the territories of the males. In Israel, the social structure was found to be a fission-fusion. In other places, there are harem structures. So the social structure seems to depend on environmental factors. In the 20th century, the subspecies Hemipus became extinct in Israel, in the world. And in 1968, the Israel Nature and Park Authority established breeding corps and Chai Bar Yotvita. These individuals were brought in from Iran and Turkmenistan. And between 82 and 87, 28 individuals were released into the Machtesh, 14 females, 14 males. Many of these individuals didn't survive, and the reproductive success wasn't very successful in the beginning, but by 97, there were 100 individuals estimated, and by 2004, the population was about 250 to 300 individuals. It is essential to monitor these populations that are reintroduced for a lot of obvious reasons, including that a lot of the times these individuals were born in captivity, and so they're not familiar with the dangers of the area we are releasing them into. And in addition, since these populations are often rare because they are endangered, we're missing a lot of empirical data like the social structure and reproductive attributes, which are very important to the success of the reintroduction. And so besides the behavioral and genetic and demographic monitoring and analysis that was done and is being done on the wild ass population, the Israel Nature and Park Authority recorded the roadkills during 2009 and 2013. This is the information we got, which included the location, the age group, the sex, and the date of each roadkill. And this is the map that we derived from this information. Each circle represents a roadkill, and the serial numbers were given based on the dates of the roadkills. There were 26 identified roadkills between these years. 26 is luckily not a high number, but just remember that the population is 250 to 300 individuals, so it's quite high. Most of the roadkills were on one specific road, which is road number 40, which crosses through the Negev. And this is the case even though the wild ass are equally, if not more, active on other surrounding roads and different areas. And so I focused on the roadkills on this road. There are 2 underpass crossings on road number 40 in this area that weren't built as wildlife crossings but still could be used. It is debatable as to whether and to what extent animals use these wildlife crossings. And since road number 40 crosses through the Negev and through the home range of the wild ass, if the wild ass do not use these crossings, they might be forced to cross this relatively busy road, which might be the reason for more roadkills on this road. During my research, we couldn't check to what extent wild ass would use these crossings because that would need long-term camera tracking, but we did go to the area and found tracks and feces which indicate that at least they could use these crossings. When looking at the distances of the roadkills along the road, you could see that there are denser areas of roadkills. We tested to see if there's uniform distribution, and the distribution was significantly not uniform, indicating hotspot areas of roadkills. And so we went to these hotspot areas and tried to find characteristics along the road that might attribute to the roadkills. And one of the more notable characteristics are these fences that are along the road. And what we thought might be happening is that wild ass trying to cross the road gets stuck in between areas where there are 2 fences along the road. So we mapped the fences along the road. 43% of the road was not fenced, 48% was fenced on one side, and 9% was fenced on both sides of the road. But we did not find any correlation between the fences and the locations of the roadkills. Another notable characteristic are these water outlets that are situated in different areas along the roads. These outlets are built on top of underground pipes and are meant to let air out of the pipes, but water is also released from these outlets. And as opposed to the fences, we found a very high correlation between the locations of these water outlets and the roadkills. And what might be happening is that the wild ass come to drink from these water outlets, which are situated very close to the road and sometimes are collided with and killed. And to summarize our findings, the distribution was not uniform, indicating hotspot areas. There is no correlation that we found between the fence location and the roadkills, but there is a strong correlation between the water outlet locations and the locations of the road. And accordingly, our future suggestions would be to ensure constant and sufficient water availability in the resources far away from the road, to prevent access of the wild ass to these water outlets. They are fenced, but water still is released from these outlets. when constructing future roads to maybe take these things into consideration and put pipes and water outlets further away from the roads, and until then maybe put up warning signs in areas that are more dangerous, and to of course continue monitoring. First of all, we didn't take everything into consideration. There could be other aspects affecting the roadkills, like curves on the road or vegetation along the road, and also to see if after changing any of these things, if it helps. And thank you.